This is bad.
On the day of the murder.
Like, witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank What?
Saw it?
Saw it?
Yeah.
Fucking saw it? Really? Frank saw it to the stand. Jesus. Oh, what a slime ball. Mr.
Solid, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct?
Oh, yes! Newspapers, yes! Mr. Saw-It, you may proceed with your testimony.
God, I'm doing like, what, 2 out of how many?
I don't know, man.
2 out of 4 or 2 out of 3 now?
They'll come fast and hard for too long. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Ooh, fancy.
Alright, you got an A. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment.
Fucking, like, nosy bitch.
Then I saw her, lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately.
With her phone, probably.
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Oh, sorry.
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone.
Wait, you didn't have a fucking cell phone?
No, this is like 1990 or some shit. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
That's already wrong. She was killed at like 4 or 5.
Yeah, welcome to Phoenix Wright. This is how this game works. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant, sitting right over there. Like, this first case, they make them really obvious, but the idea is to pick apart what people say and
I'm shit
prove
at
them as
that.
liars. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
She didn't pay her bills.
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Solid used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your
Perusal.
Blackout record added to the court record.
So many records.
Eh.
You have to
Can't
hit A
check
first. You can't. You gotta get. No, Mr. Wright. Now you can do it. Say. Noon to 6 p.m.
Okay. It was still out of the time of the murder.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, hit A to hide it, and we'll go ahead and keep moving the story forward.
I didn't see the...
Oh, passport. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris on, what, July 30th, the day before the murder.
Yeah.
Yes! Yes, Your Honor! You may begin your cross-examination. What's a cross-examination? Go ahead. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal.
The real fucking deal.
Real fucking deal.
That's dog.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
You didn't go to fucking school for this?
Shut up.
They didn't teach you the tutorial there?
They teach law in school, not procedure. You learn procedure from your attorney. That's fucking my cousin Vinny. Anyway.
I've seen that once.
Why you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave? Lies? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? Ugh. How do I prove he's not?
Yeah, start your record off, like, not so good, dude.
Yeah, it's like... You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Look at it.
Okay. So remember, press the witness with the minus button or by waving the Wii remote.
Bitch, please, wait a minute. Like, hold up.
Then check your facts again with the plus button and then point out the contradiction. Okay, so what you essentially do in these things is you're gonna
skip through it and go to...
Well, if you are absolutely certain, but you get in trouble if you fuck up presenting evidence at the wrong time. That's where you can fail at this game. So what you do is you go ahead and start, and we're gonna go over each statement on it. Now, if you press him by hitting minus or waggling the Wiimote, apparently. Oh, it makes the noise out of the thing. That's cute. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd that you would take notice of him. Nah. I don't know, he just seems strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time.
His back was to you.
Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime.
Oh my god, shuts it.
Yeah, people come in here with motives. The defense requests... That's fine. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture.
Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looks suspicious. So what happened next?
Exactly, but if you can keep moving through these statements if you want to. You don't actually have to press him on anything, right? So if you have an idea of what you're looking for, where there's a problem, like, keep going. One more time. Call the police immediately, and he's gonna go over the blackout. I mean, you can get more information on all these statements, but since you already know the contradiction, it feels like a waste of time, so... Keep going. Okay, here we go. Now hit present. Well, yeah, go ahead and press him on it. 1 p.m.? Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. And then, yeah, occasionally if you go through and hit every statement, it'll cut back to your whoever's helping you, and they'll, like, hint at what you should be looking for as well. This means, like, 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict them. And so, yeah, and so you need to go, yeah, that, and you present... Okay, whoa.
Oh.
So go to, not that. Autopsy report, there you go.
Yeah!
Objection!
I was flinging my arm.
You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure?
Oh, the music stopped.
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Wow. That's what his mouth was doing.
Yeah. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report.
Smack, smack, smack,
Yeah.
smack. Just get a bit of piece of paper and do that.
Really? The autopsy notes the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Ugh.
It's starting to sweat a bit.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find it hard to believe. Mr. Saw it. Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Well, gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again?
The time of discovery.
You see, when I saw found the body, I heard the time.
Heard it?
There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
There was a power outage.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotaped program.
Still power out.
That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Pip pip cheerio. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Now again, right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Alright. So, you probably want to go straight to the, not that one. Like, you have to consider all these statements individually.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
And
I
so-
should have done that one.
Yeah, and so...
The TV.
Yeah, and so press him on it real quick. Hold it! Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Oh, incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. I was just gonna read and let it go.
There was only one large TV.
Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified he heard the time.
Alright. So you can go back to that statement. And get your evidence ready. There you go. Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah!
Did his toupee fly off?
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite.
Idiot.
Ah! Wait, I remember now. Mr. Solid? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning.
You guilty and who's lying?
Why you always lie?
Why you always lying?
These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
You murderer.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his toupee flying off.
my apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sart. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Alright.
Carrying the time.
Actually, I didn't hear at the time. I saw it.
Uh-huh.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
No, the murder weapon's the fucking finger.
Now, that must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it.
Mm-hmm.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
I kind of want to have just the judge do, like, a quiet-ass pose and have a girly voice.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
The defense may cross-examine the witness. Kawaii desu!
Gladly. Alright.
During the time.
So yeah, we're just gonna, from here, you can figure it out.
Actually, I didn't hear it at the time. I saw it. There's a table.
Hold it! The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's just what I said. Did I doze off in the middle of my testimony or something?
Did I fucking stutter?
Did I fucking stutter? Something's fishy here. Alright. Objection! Wait just a moment.
Oh man, I should have waited.
The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue.
That we cleaned off.
Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says it the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
Still, you would have had to touch it and move it.
So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes.
Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony.
Yeah, big fucking hole.
The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand.
Right.
Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Oh, indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he...
But he knew it because that's who we saw. But like, it would be an easier segue to be like, he went into the apartment. Which one?
I think he had to, like, he had to go into the apartment, right?
Either way, he would have had to gone in.
Yeah. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
I'm like so indecisive. Why did you pick the worst game
I don't know.
for my indecisiveness?
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? I never. Look, the clock, no, I mean, I saw, yeah! Shut up, I hate you! It was him! I tell you! I saw him! He killed her! And he should burn! Burn! Give him death!
Jesus. Little demon man, simmer down.
Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright! Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think this through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. The fact was just clear if you simply... try sounding the clock.
Should I?
Let's sound the clock now. Hear it in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep.
I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25, so it's a few hours behind.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? You can't prove that! You don't have a case!
What's the time difference between Japan and France?
That doesn't have anything to do with it. He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! They treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! Ugh, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.